Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a page in my A4 journal. It's a page using an image that I got from Pamela Gillespie's Etsy store. She is from Sewcrazi here on YouTube. If you haven't seen any of her work, pop over to her channel. I will put a link in the description box. She does lots of mixed media pages using images of whimsical girls and some flowers as well. As you can see, I'm using some gel medium to stick down some different types of paper. I've got some old book paper. There is some of the Tim Holtz paper. There's also some paper from a dress pattern as well. There's a couple of different book pages there. And I'm just gluing them all down, covering the page, making sure there's plenty of gel medium on there. This particular page actually took me quite a while to do. I did it over probably a week, as you'll see by the different sleeves I'm wearing. I've been very busy at work, so it was a matter of grabbing a few minutes here and there to do the next stage. But I am really pleased with how it worked out. It's probably one of my more favourite pages that I've done for a while. And just showing some of the papers close up. Alright, what I'm doing here is I'm using some watercolours, and I believe it's the Prima Watercolors. I think it's Confections it's called. They're very pastel-y type of colours, and I'm just putting some of that onto the page. Some of them are very light too. So just using some water with the watercolours and just spreading it around. It's actually quite cold here at the moment. We're not really into winter yet. It's supposed to be autumn, but the weather is really quite cool, and we've had a bit of rain in the last few days as well. So I've started to sort of wear the thicker jumpers already. We haven't even got into winter yet. And just spraying some extra water so that I can get some movement from the watercolour. And those colours look absolutely lovely together. I really like those colours. And that's the image I'm going to use. There were some other images on the page which I'm using on some tags, which will be another video. I haven't quite finished those yet. And now I'm adding a little bit of red. I felt I needed to tone in the image of the flowers, so I just thought I'd add some of the red in there. So just popping a little bit of the colour on, and like I did before, I will spray it. Just checking the red against the red of the image. It was close enough. And adding a little bit of orange as well now too. And as I said, spraying it and just sort of tilting the book to get some movement of the colour. And I've cut out the image, adding a little bit more colour. Thought it needed a little bit more. And just dabbing a little bit off because I thought there was too much colour now. And I've just grabbed my other Prima colours. I think these ones are Odyssey. Just add a little bit of a darker colouring to it. Still not happy. Okay, and now what I'm I'm going to do is I'm going to use a card and put some gesso over the top just to push it back a little bit. I like using the card to apply the gesso because you can sort of scrape it fairly thinly over the top, much thinner than you can get with a brush, I think. So just scraping it all over. And just popping the image down to have a look again to see how it looks. I did decide it needed obviously some more interest on the background. I decided it needed a border. What I've done is I've got my Hearts border stamp and I've put some of the red distress ink on it. The first one I used was a little light, so I've gone for the second one. And again, I'm not happy with it. I did do another section, but I don't think it stands out enough against the background. Just using my fingers there as it was a bit too close to the spiral binding to press it down hard enough to get an imprint or a print. And now what I've done is I've grabbed the black Stays On ink, and I'm going to use a different border to fill in the areas that I didn't put the red. A little bit difficult to stamp on at the moment now, my journal, because the bulkiness of the pages underneath. What I probably should have done is flipped it so that I only had the one layer of paper. Now I'm just using the black gel pen and just filling in the very small spaces that were left. Now finally going to use the gel medium to glue the image down. One day I'll get one of those very fine point glue nozzles that you can get to do those fine areas. One day. And just placing it down. And some gel medium over the top to make sure it's nicely glued down. Not sure what flowers they are. They kind of remind me of poppies, but I'm not sure if they are. Either way, I liked them. I thought they were really nice. Now, as you can see, I've made a sentiment. I did this on the computer, and I used the distress ink just to colour the white computer paper, and I printed in pink ink just to get away from the black. I thought it's something different. Now just outlining it so it stands out a little bit, and the page is almost finished. Smudging it a little bit. And now just a little bit more of a close-up so you can see those border stamps. As I said, this is probably one of my favourite pages that I've done for a while. Really, really like this one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.